my head was just buzzing. That how 62 pounds is just going just like that, you know. It's like just putting 62 pounds on the road. It will go like, keep your eyes moving, don't stay like a tree, don't keep your head like a television. What do you want me to do now? Tomorrow is my test date. It was like, oh yeah, that's it, I can't do it. So like, okay, I think this man, all he wants is my money. You want to stay there and be chopping my money? Is that how life should be? Hello everyone, welcome back to Bookie's vlog. My name is Bookie. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. If you are yet to subscribe, kindly click on that subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell. If you are returning viewers, thank you so much for coming back to watch your girl. So today I want to share some trick and give you tips on how to pass your UK driving test 2019. So 3 months ago, last year October, I passed my driving test for the first time once and for all. Let me give you a bit of background. Last year January, I did my theory test, so I passed my theory test once as well. I passed my theory test in January. In April, I started looking for an instructor. So in May, I found an instructor. She's a lady. I did about 4 to 5 hours lesson with her. I passed my theory test like 3 months ago. I need to do my lessons, my practical lessons, and get this out of the way. So yeah, I changed that instructor. When I changed that, I went online. By the way, I found her online. So I went online again. I found someone else, a man. So the first person was a woman. So now I found a man. So I was like, okay, because most times I get along with men than women. So I was like, yeah, I should be comfortable with this instructor now, being a man. So we started this lesson. I did about 23 hours lesson with the second instructor, and all I was doing was to just drive. He didn't teach me any maneuvers. When I asked him, what are we doing in our next lesson, he will be like, oh no, don't ask me, when all we need to do now is to just drive, keep driving and driving and driving. So I was like, I've done about 23 hours lesson now and I haven't been taught any maneuver, and on your driving test day you must do one maneuver. So I was like, okay, I don't think this man is ready to teach me all I need to know about driving. So anyways, I think I did about 2 more lessons with him. Then the man was so rude. He was so rude. He will tell me, he will go like, keep your eyes moving, don't stay like a tree, don't keep your head like a television, you need to keep your eyes moving. Though I found that really rude, but I was learning and there's not much I could do. So the only thing I could do was to stop doing lesson with him. I was like, oh, you know what, let me just pass my driving test. I mean, if I pass my driving test, you will not see me coming back here, you will not see me coming back to you for lessons. So I just need to do this lesson. This is the second instructor now. I don't want to change instructor again. Let me just do this lesson and pass my test and go. So that was my aim. And meanwhile, last year I traveled to Nigeria. So before I traveled, I told them, okay, now I think at the time I have done about 28 to 30 lessons with him. So I asked him that, okay, do you think I'm ready to book my test? So he was like, okay, yeah, you can book your test, then we will work towards the date you book your test. So I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. I went online, I booked my test, and I sent him the email I received from DVLA. So after that, I think I did about 2 lessons again with him. Yeah, I think I did about 2 lessons with him before I traveled. So when I traveled, my return date was, I think, 13th of August, and my driving test date was 16th of August, which was last year, was 16th of August. So when I came back on the 13th, I think the day I came back was on Friday. I came back on Friday. The following week, Wednesday, was my driving test date. If I need to cancel my driving test date, the latest I could cancel was the following Monday, which is 2 days to my driving test. So meanwhile, I came back from traveling on Friday. So on that Friday, I sent me a text message that, okay, now next week Wednesday is my test date. Can I have another lesson on Saturday and on Monday? You know, so it was like, oh, he sent me a text message. Was like, no, it's fully booked. I said, okay, cool. Can I have a space on Tuesday? So he replied with, oh, sorry, it's fully booked. So I'm like, okay, what can I do now? I just have to chill till Wednesday, finger crossed, and hopefully I will pass. So that was that was what he left me with. A day to my driving test, which was on Tuesday, I said, you know what, let me send this man a text message to remind him of my test tomorrow. So I sent him a text message, and to my surprise, he replied with, oh, I'm sorry, I can't take you for your test tomorrow. So I was like, you can't do what? He said, I can't take you for your test tomorrow because I don't think you are ready. So I was like, but you know about this test. The day I booked the test, you were aware. I sent you the confirmation email I received from DVLA immediately I booked this test. So I was like, so how come now you're telling me you're not sure I'm ready and you can't take me? I mean, after all, I'm spending my money. If I got there, I didn't pass. It's my money, not yours. So all you need to do is to take me and get paid. You're not doing it for free. So he was like, no, I can't take you. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't take you. That's just it. So I'm like, okay, what do you want me to do now? Tomorrow is my test date. He was like, oh, yeah, that's it. I can't do it. So I'm like, okay. I think this man, all he wants is my money. You want to stay there and be chopping my money? Is that how life should be? Anyways, I was really angry. I was fuming, but immediately I went online and started searching for emergency driving instructor. It was a nightmare, honestly. I got online, all the ones I could reach on the phone, they were not available, and some I saw online, they do it manual, and me, now automatic JJ I do. I couldn't take my test in manual car because I was learning with automatic, so I couldn't find any automatic driving instructor to take me to my test. Then I phoned the VLA up. They said, well, there's nothing they can do, it's too late now to cancel and get a refund. So after that day, I never bothered to call the instructor again. Then I went online searching for another instructor. Now this is the number 3 instructor, the 3rd one. So I searched online, I couldn't find anyone available because I wanted to take the lessons, you know, very close so that I can, you know, go do my test and pass, because I don't want to forget everything I've learned. So I couldn't find any instructor. Then I phoned a friend up. So I told her what happened. Like, oh, one of her husband's friend is a driving instructor, and he do both automatic and manual, and his charges is very, very reasonable. So I phoned him up. I booked 10 lessons with him. After I did 2 lessons with him, then he told me to book my driving test, that you are so ready, you feel confident on the road, so now you can book your test. He said I should book my test in 1st week of September, but I couldn't find a space in September at all. So this available space I found was middle of October. He taught me everything I need to know about driving, about the road, everything I need to know. He taught me all that. So now let's move on to the fun part, the test date. You see, people, the test date, before the test date, I went online. Well, I'm always, I'm always on YouTube anyway. So I went on YouTube. I searched how you can prepare for driving test, this, that. So I watched some videos, and that also helped me as well. There's a driving channel from, I think, Mavis. Is it Mavis or something? I'll search for the name of the channel and I'll link it below. Watching videos from that channel also helped me to prepare myself for the driving test day. Before the day, I went on YouTube. I watched some of driving test videos and all that. So I really prepared myself. And one thing I make sure I didn't do was nervous. I wasn't nervous at all. I was like, okay, if I didn't pass, it's just a driving test, I will retake it. But are you sure you're ready to retake? Because the stress was so much. I was very, very frustrated. There was a day I came back from the lesson, I didn't do well. Then I said to my older son, I said, you know what, I'm not going for this driving lesson again. I'm done with driving. It's just so frustrating, it's so complicated, it's not easy to learn this, that. So my son was like, oh mommy, calm down, keep trying, you're trying your best and you're doing so well, and I believe that on your test day you're gonna pass. It gave me a little bit of encouragement, as little as it is. It gave me a little bit of encouragement, and that actually boosted my my energy, or whatever you want to call it, to keep going. So on the test day, I went to the test center with my instructor's car. We got there. When it was time to to do the test, they will call your name and they will give you a declaration form to sign. After signing the declaration form, we head over to where the car is parked. So where my instructor car is parked. So the examiner asked me, which car is your car? So I told them the car we brought for the test, and he said, is the car okay? Is the car up to the legal requirements, whatever. I said yes. So from a distance, I can't remember how they measured that. From distance, you'll be asked to read a plate number of another car, not the car you brought, because they probably think you might have memorized the plate number. So they will ask you to read a plate number of another car. So if you got it right, then you will be asked to proceed to to your car. In your test, you'll be asked to do 1 maneuver and 2 show me, tell me question. And also you would do, what's it called again, like you would drive on your own without any instruction, unless you've been told to do otherwise. It's either you follow the sat nav or you follow the road sign. The one I got was a sat nav. So they show me, tell me question, how do you check your tire gauge? So I told him, then he said, okay, drive on when you're ready. He was giving me the instruction of where to drive to. About 10 minutes into the driving test, he asked me for the show me, tell me question. The show me question I was asked was, how do you wash your windscreen, which I demonstrated to him. So he was like, okay. So when it was time for my maneuver, like we did the maneuver in about 20 minutes into the driving, he was like, when it's safe to do so, can you please park on the right side of the road? So I'm like, whoop, 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 yay! I was really happy. I was like, yeah, this is what I wanted. This is what I can do, perfectly, being a new driver, being a learner, right? So I'm like, yeah, this is what I can do perfectly. And I did it one time, boom, which I was really happy to get. It's what I wanted, it's what I prayed God to. I parked on the right side of the road, then reversed back 2 car lengths. After that, it was like, okay, cool, you can drive on when you're ready. That 20 minutes independent driving led us back to the driving to the test center. When we got to the test center, I was like, okay, park in the first bay. So I parked in the first bay in the car park. It was easy because it was just straightforward parking. So after I parked, I was like, yeah. I was really scared to hear the results. So I saw him feeling something. Then he was like, okay, where is your instructor? Like, my instructor is there. Then he said, congratulations, you passed your driving test. So he gave me this sheet and the past certificate. The certificate I had to send it to DVLA because I changed my address. I had to fill in my new address and post it to DVLA. So I passed first time with 4 minors. So the minors, where I got minors from was appropriate speed. So I got 2 minors for appropriate speed, and that appropriate speed happened when, because the car we use is a bit of a old car, so it was like doing like, I think the car was tired. Yeah, that's the word I can use. The car has worked and worked and worked, and that day, you know, it was really tired. Yeah, the car was tired. And what I noticed was that if I press the gas pedal, if I put my foot on the gas pedal, it won't go as fast as I want to. Then I have to like take my leg off, press it again. So and there was a time where I overspeed like 2 2 speedometer more than the normal speed. Anyways, so I got 2 minors for that, and I got 1 minor on parking brake. So we parked on the hills. When it was time to move up, I released the handbrake last, and the car, you know, was you know, what's it called, like, it was going back sharp. Then I had to like press the gas pedal to move up. So I got 1 minor for that. Move up safety, I got 1 minus for move up safety. I didn't realize when that happened anyway, but anyways, you guys, I passed with 4 minors for the first time. Imagine, with 3 children. Sorry guys, I had to change camera. My main camera, my filming camera stopped recording, so I had to change to my vlog camera. So as I was saying, if I can do it, then you also can do it, because to be honest, I'm a very busy mom, very busy. So if I can do it, then you can also do it. You know, consider my age as well. I'm over 30, and you know, the older you get, the more you don't understand things. Let's move on to the tips hacks. Before you book your theory test, make sure you download an app, which is the app I use. I didn't use the book. The good thing about the app is that if you're on the bus, you can read the app, you can, you know, do some mock tests on the app. If you're, you know, if you're out and about, you out with your friends, you know, because it's not every time you can hold a book, read a book and concentrate. Because it's on your phone, then it is easy for you to understand. So I will advise you get the app. So the app I use is Theory 4-in-1. Get the Theory 4-in-1 app, and make sure you study everything in the app, because there's a hazard perception that you need to carry out in the theory test as well. So, and that is also in the test app. Yeah, that is also in the app. So make sure you read it, make sure you do the mock test often as possible. And then once you do that for a couple of days or like a week or 2, because I think I did mine for like 2 weeks before booking my theory test. Book your theory test and also still work towards your theory test. Still keep learning, keep using the app, keep reading, keep doing the mock tests on the app as well, and that will prepare you for your theory test today. So after that, once you pass your theory test, then you can look for an instructor, book lessons. Like you can book your lessons in bulk, book lessons and do the lesson. And if you have families or friends that can let you use their car for 1 or 2 hours lesson, or they can let you practice with them, that is also great. That is a plus. So you can learn with your friend or family who are willing to teach you with their car. But if you don't have anyone to teach you with their car, just like me, then you can book your lessons in bulk and do your lessons with an instructor. So after that, it depends on how quickly you learn things, because in total I think I had about because the 10 lessons I booked with my third instructor, we didn't finish the lesson before I did my test. So then minus it, then add to it to cover up for the test day. So that was what I did. So I had about like 30 something hours lesson. So it depends on how quickly you catch up on things. Some people do 50 hours, some do 60 hours, some do 20, some do 30, some do 35. So it depends on the individual's ability to learn fast. So tell your instructor to let you know when it is time for you to book your test. Some instructor will tell you when it's time, when they think okay you're learning fast or you are the right time to book your test. Some instructor will tell you, and some instructor will not tell you. Some instructor would want to keep you just because of the money they are getting off you. If you're not happy with the instructor, you're free to change instructor. It's your money, you are paying them, they're not paying you. At the end of the day, you are spending your money. If you are not happy with what the instructor is teaching you, then you can change instructor. I mean, you're free to change instructor. Look for another one you're comfortable with. Like I changed twice, so I passed with the third one and the first time. The most important part of it is that it is not as difficult as they make it seem. To be honest, it is not as difficult as they make it seem. So take it very easy, take it simple. Just make sure before you go for your test, you prepare yourself, drink enough water, have breakfast. Normally I don't eat breakfast, but that morning I had to force myself to eat breakfast. I prepared myself really well. I took a bottle of water with me. Just be calm your nerves, don't be nervous. Just think in your head that it's only a driving test. If you don't pass it, then you will retake it. It's not end of the world. It's not a do or die affair. Nobody's gonna harm you because you fail your practical driving test. So yeah, it's just have it at the back of your mind that it's only a test, it's only a driving test. Don't be nervous about it. Calm your nerves and watch some videos, because that also helps me. I watched some videos on how to calm nerves. I can't really remember. I think it's tapping your hand 3 times, tap your forehead, tap your back of the back of your head, tap your elbow, So I did all that. To be honest, I didn't know if that really worked, but then that is what I did. I watched tons of videos, and at the end of the day I passed. So yeah, just take it easy, because with my examiner I was so comfortable. There are some examiners that chit-chat, but with me I don't want anybody to chit-chat me. Just let me concentrate on what I'm doing, because these days I can easily get distracted. So let me just concentrate on what I'm doing and leave me. You sit in your sit in your corner, let me sit in my corner. Let me do my thing and you take your paper and pen and mark whatever you need to mark. I pray to have an examiner that will not chit-chat me, because I don't want distraction. But for God so good, my examiner was just sitting there marking whatever I need to do there. I was concentrating on my driving. I was busy checking the road signs, the floor, the road markings, and everything. And also another thing is that don't try to check what the examiner is marking. It's none of your business. Your business is to concentrate on your driving. So concentrate on your driving and don't try to look at what your examiner is doing, because that can also distract you. If you see him taking a bus, you might think, oh, have I failed? So try not to look at what the examiner is doing. Just concentrate on what you are doing, which is very important. And I'm sure before you know it, you'll be done and you get your PAS certificate. So guys, I think that is everything I need to cover. Like I said, if you need the details of the instructor I passed with in London, leave your comment in the comment section. Let me know, and I'll be glad to share his contact with you. That is everything I need to share with you. That is everything I can remember right now. If you have a question, do not hesitate to leave it in the comment section below. I'll be glad to answer your question, and I will see you in my next video. If you are not a subscriber, what are you doing? Be part of this family by clicking on that red button that says subscribe, and also make sure you turn on the notification bell so anytime I upload a new video onto YouTube, you beautifuls at home will get a notification. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.